All right, what is up, everyone? So this is gonna be a trade recap of how I made $1,500 today. So, and then here's also the daily wire from Lucid Trading, just for proof that I made that. So you can see right there, the date is June 26, 2026. Today is exactly June 2026. Let's get back to the trade recap and why I took this and how I made this much. So coming into today, we swept out previous resting liquidity. So we had liquidity here, we had liquidity here, had liquidity here. All these liquidities waiting to be swept. That was already, the number one thing, which was the liquidity sweep. Okay. And then after getting that liquidity sweep, I wanted to see, price move in the opposite direction, getting like an inverse and reversal going down. And so we actually did, get that inverse fair value gap right here. Okay. So we inversed it. As you can see, the body closed just below that fair value gap right there. And then price displaced lower. And then we made a lower low after that. Okay. Now, after that lower low, I wanted to see price kind of retrace up. And then tap some kind of PD array. And I believe this is also OTE range as well. And then after that, I wanted to see price get another inverse fair value gap. So pretty much two inverse fair value gaps in a row to confirm that, now we're in a bearish trend. Because before that, as you can see, we were very bullish going up. And then we also swapped out this this buy side liquidity up here. And then, we ended up going down after that. Never went higher. Never made any higher highs. And so I want to see a inverse fair value gap play out here. So if I go back in time, let me just delete that real quick. So we had an inverse fair value gap right here play out. Okay. And then, actually, no, we didn't get closed yet. I'm just waiting for the next close. All right, there we go. Bang. So, inverse fair value gap, 2 in a row. And then after that was my CISD, which is my confirmation for entry. So, I just wanted to see a body close just below that CISD right there. Bang. We got a close just below there. And then I entered shorts here. Targeted body lows, which was right there. I think it was like around here. Yeah. And then for my stop loss, let me drag this back down. So for my stop loss, I had this condition right here, which was a fair value gap. So I placed the stop loss just above the fair value gap up there. So if price, taps back in there and use it as like a support level, I want to see price displace lower into my TP. So that actually ended up happening. If I play this out right here, bang, we tapped it, and then now I want to see a lower displacement going lower. Bang, and then we also got another inverse fair value gap right there. Yeah, and then pretty much we just flushed through our TP after that. Let me just drag this out. There we go. Bang. So that was my trade of the day. It's pretty simple, straightforward. Nothing crazy. And then let me see anything else I could mention. Yeah. And I believe after that, prices continue lower and lower and lower until actually these lows right here, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, so we actually ended up flowing all the way down to those lows. So I low-key could have held longer, but just for, the sake of consistency on my accounts, I only want to target 1,500. And yeah, that's pretty much the trade recap. And if you guys have any other questions, DM me on Discord. Alright, so before I end the video here, I just want to mention about my Inner Circle mentorship that's dropping soon. So I do have the waitlist in the description if you want to work with me one-on-one. You're going to get free access calls to me 24/7. You're also going to have your own, trading journal map, your whole entire roadmap built out for you. And this is the same thing that took one of my mentees here go from 0 to 100K in 6 months. This guy knew nothing before he joined, and now he's able to afford his first ever Tesla, and he paid it all in cash. So I can show you the testimonies here in the Discord. Let me show you right now. All right, so you can see here, this is all my students that was in the inner circle for their first 2 months, 3 months. And then blue here, also one of my first mentees, and actually the first student in a mentorship was able to get his first ever Tesla, as you can see here. Literally, boom, look at that. This is absolutely insane. And then there's also another student here who's got a payout for $1,700. Like this guy, brand new, knew nothing about trading, bang, first ever account passed. And then obviously this is Michael here, and then this is also Jay, literally passing his first account, and then getting his first payout the same week as well. I win trades every single day. Like, look, I post my signal wins every single day in here. So if you're ever into live, like, I post everything, literally post everything every single day. We can go all the way back. Wins every single day. And then obviously more payouts. Bang, another one from him. Zane here, he passed 2 accounts. And then Michael's just getting payouts left to right here. Jay as well. Like I said, this is the first ever trade recap of the video. If you want to work with me, just everything's in the bio, okay? So just stay tuned for that. And yeah, peace.